graduation as a Mother's Day gift. I hope you get punched in the mouth by an arthritic woman, and as she's feeling the pain, she says, yes. I hear people telling you to follow your dream, and half of you have nothing. Scared to death. I don't know what you promised your parents when you came here, but I know that you have to understand that maybe 22 years from now, or 22 years from your first child's birth, you will sit up there looking down, and you too will be broke. To give birth. But they had dreams for you. They knew that they had to supply love, money, health, guidance, parenting, and even some of them wanted you for a friend. That no longer exists. Nobody wants a friend who has no job. Nobody wants a friend who keeps begging and saying, I know, I know, I know. Your parents are not James Brown. They're tired of saying, get up. These people are broke. Which your parents hadn't counted on. They cannot retire. They thought after you graduated, some 22 years ago, that you would graduate and they would retire. They have no retirement money, and whatever they have, you think should go to you. very rude. But I belong to the United States Navy. It's a different thing altogether. And this man looked at me and he said, I'm not your mother. And I wanted to punch him in the mouth and knock him out, but I knew they would put me someplace because I belong to the United States of America. They can do what they want to do. But you're going to go home, some of you, because your mother will allow it. Your father doesn't want you there. Your sisters, your brothers, they don't want you there. They want to know why you're coming back home. And some of your parents are wondering why you need to go to graduate school. Why do you need a master's degree? Why do you need a doctor? You need a job. Well, I think it's time for me to just lay it on you. It's an old joke. I don't know who wrote it, but I love it. This is dedicated to all of them. It's the pearly gates, and a soul comes up. It's a female soul, and female soul is one of the brightest ever to walk the face of the earth. Comes over, and the spirit in charge of letting people in, letting in souls, says, there's a new thing here. You'll have to take a piece of paper, and then another soul came up as a male, brilliant and whatever, 7 different kinds of mathematics. And it comes over, he said, I was just telling this other soul that you just can't, you could get in on your old resume, but it's new. You have to take a, and then a couple came up, old, married 63 years. And he said, don't let any more souls come up. I want to take care of these. He said, look, I want you all to know that ordinarily you'd be allowed into heaven. However, it's not going to happen because it's very crowded. There's a new rule. Take pencil, paper, and the 2 of you only need 1 pencil, 1 piece of paper, and you write a question. Make that question something that you think God cannot answer. I will take it in, and if God cannot answer, you can get in. And so they wrote. And the spirit went in, came back out, said to the female genius, is that correct? Oh my goodness, yes. And God has given me a question that I have to answer. So, okay, how about you? Yes, really, okay. You two, follow me. Spirit came back, and the 2 were still there. They said, they went in. I said, yes, of course they did. And why? Because is this affirmative action for old people? He said, no, it's just a couple that are married 63 years. They're not geniuses of anything. And they asked God a question that God couldn't answer. That's right. Could you tell us what the question was? And of course, they asked God when their children were going to get their act together. Quit blaming yourself for being yourself, for not having yourself. This is it. And this is all we ever ask. We will hug you and kiss you at the end of all of this, but we're still looking at you. You are now considered to be grown, but we know you're scared. We want you to think, and we want you to use reason, and we want you to take your education, and we want you to think back to the things that you should have taken with you. Remember those professors who gave to you. You know, the ones that you just decided you're going to try and take a C. A C. One of my ideas of a C student, I got a tumor, brain tumor. They're wheeling me into the operating room, and they slide me from the gurney to the operating table. And the masked human comes over and says, "My name is Dr. So-and-so. Don't worry about a thing. I know 74% of what I'm doing."